Hey, we are live on YouTube. How are you doing, guys? We have some regular guys here and some older guys and some new guys. We have Xavier from RCVHX22, and we have Tony, which just finished his stream talking about these cars.
Yep.
You're on the roll,
Exciting,
Tony.
man.
Like, did you have time to cool down from your chat, or are you still hot to trot?
Oh, I'm still hot.
You're still hot.
Yeah, man. It's awesome stuff. I've been hot all day.
Oh yeah, it's been crazy. Like everybody on Facebook is talking about this and talking about what's coming up, and it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we have Kevin Gibbs already in there. Fozzie's RC's in there also in the chat. Steve O'D's in there. I wish you would. Do you wish I bring Brad in? I can actually bring Brad in if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how many people wants Brad back. Let me do the pop out the chat so I don't have to turn my head away. But first we'll talk about RCs. We'll talk about ARRMA.
Yeah.
Keep it on that for a little bit before we go to Mia. Tamia. Tamaya.
Maya. Yes.
Maya.
Say it properly.
ARRMA.
ARRMA is so easier to say, right?
Yeah.
ARRMA.
Easy
And you
frog
want to
people.
say it like in a really cool voice for some reason.
Send it. Bash it. And what's their saying? They have it under
Don't
the
just
logo.
bash, blast.
Just a blast? Just a
No,
blast?
don't just bash, blast.
Oh yeah, blast it. Don't just bash, blast it. Cool. Pirate talk?
Yeah.
Arr. So we got to talk like pirates. Wait, where's my
Arr.
conspiracy hat?
Easy
Okay.
froggies.
I got my metal conspiracy hat, so people
Yeah.
can't send me some bad vibes.
Right?
That's cool.
I totally did not see it coming, man. Blindsided.
Blindsided
Apparently,
me?
Jason mentioned it in the talk with Gap and True Boys and all them.
Oh yeah.
Life of Coach D. That's what somebody said in the last one, that he'd already mentioned it, so they weren't caught off guard like I was.
Uh-huh. Tony got caught off guard. Terrible.
A couple times.
And I did invite that guy from ARRMA. Who's that guy anyways? Is he Jason Dearden? Who is he in ARRMA? Or what is he? What part does he play? Do you know?
He was the owner. He founded ARRMA.
Oh, he founded ARRMA. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I messaged
So now he's
him.
the managing director of the ARRMA brand.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
So he replied to me. He goes, I told him to come in at 9:30, so I invited him. And he goes, that's 3:30 a.m. my time. Thanks, but no thanks.
Right? I don't blame him.
So 3:30.
He's probably been up for a long time because of that with the release today.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
probably been up all night.
I think Horizon. Tony started to vote. Hey, Arlen RC Duke, how are you doing? I'm going to take this off. It's friggin' hot. You sweat under these things.
Yeah.
You
Same
can wear
with
that.
these things.
Yeah, you're gonna change the popcorn.
Yeah. It's got popcorn
Yeah.
because it's hot.
Yeah.
ARRMA Fest. Cody has a good idea. He says, I think Horizon needs to do an ARRMA Fest.
ARRMA Fest. Yes, that would be a very good thing to do.
People could get hurt. They go so fast and people be sending them, landed in the campsites.
Yep. Hopefully this won't cut my screen, but let me try. Hopefully.
Ah,
What?
Mr. 24th scale himself has entered the building.
Hi,
The best,
Sean.
the best wagon in the world.
I don't think Sean likes the 24th scale.
Yeah, I love it. The best thing about it's a dumpster.
I
dumpster.
think he asked Vanquish to make a 24th scale for him.
That
A one-off.
doesn't make me two.
Two of them.
Yeah. Somebody Scoop actually sent me a funny video today from Harley and Matt's talk yesterday, and Harley was getting really angry on it. Somebody must have kept asking him about the tires, and he was like, "Well, they're not the greatest tires we make. They're like Proline's better tires than ours. Like, we're not asking you to go out and buy them. They'll do." Like, so he was getting annoyed as hell last night.
Okay.
Oh, really? I didn't see him. He didn't seem annoyed when I saw that part.
Yeah.
He was talking about how he's able to work with different brands and do different things because he doesn't take sponsorships.
Yeah.
But I thought that he was just kind of saying like, oh, it's like our tires aren't any good,
No,
like compared to Proline. But
yeah.
I didn't think it was like angry when he said it.
No.
Actually, maybe I set him off because I didn't know that they were talking about that earlier, and I asked about when the the wheels were going to come out. They're metal. I want some of those method wheels,
Oh,
the
the method
105s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're not ARRMAs.
Yeah. The annoying thing with the Vanquish wheels, though, you have certain offsets they come with, like, it's like,
You have to know what you want. Yeah.
like they do, like, don't get me wrong, they do great products. They just build crappy trucks.
I think there's a lot of people that would disagree with you.
There is a lot of people, and I don't know why. They're all fanboys, I guess.
And you hate them all. I hate every one of them.
Well, the Ultra, I'd say the Ultra is a lot better because they actually come out with the portals for the Ultra. Like after them talking about how they hate portals, no portals are not. Then the next minute, like they come out with portals and everything. Because the pumpkins on the VS410 are as low as the bottom knuckle of the CV. So that's how big the pumpkin is, and it just gets caught on everything. It's crazy.
I'm looking for that granite, or which one is it that you liked? No, it wasn't the granite, the paint job that you liked.
Big Rock?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I like the Senton, the red and black one. That's the
Yeah.
Ultra one. That's the 4x4
Yeah,
non-brushed one. Yeah.
I'm just trying to set up the pages right. Okay. So let's start off where Tony started off and showing the Facebook page with ARRMA. And Tony, you already went through this, so you can say if I'm lying or not, or you can take over and just talk like you did on yours. Except we have a panel here, eh? We talk about ourselves.
Well, you guys would have helped me out when I called something plastic when it was actually aluminum.
Aluminum.
Kimberly called me out.
Oh, yeah?
The hexes are aluminum, but they looked plastic. The picture, it looked like a gray plastic.
Oh, for the hexes.
Yeah, but they're aluminum.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Yeah, aluminium.
So ARRMA on their page put this with a whole bunch of bullets of all the new stuff that they have, and they have a lot of nice pictures. But one of the thing I saw everybody talking about is the Spektrum SLT3 radio.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people are saying, finally, and a lot of people are saying, are you going to take back your junk from me or and replace it on what we bought on the 8S and 6S and all that? So this new radio, or this radio, actually can bind with the old radio that they sold before, which is the Tactic. So the Tactic will be able to bind to this receiver, so which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Right, Tony?
Yes. As far as I've been told, that was one thing I asked about, and
Yep.
it sounds like the controller too, because they only say that the it'll bind to their receivers, the controller.
Yeah.
But I think it's reversed too. I think that you can bind their controller to that receiver.
Yeah, to me, theoretically should be.
Both
So in
ways.
other words, the Spektrum remote will be able to bind to the other trucks also, to the old receivers.
Mhm.
So they all have all new body design for the Granite and the Senton. So that's cool.
Okay.
Rubber shielded bearing throughout, strengthened chassis, larger power module pull tab, improved dirt sealing. Now, this is going to be hard because, or a good thing, because they do get dirty, especially like the short course truck. The tub just gets dirt everywhere.
Yeah.
Redesigned steering to allow stone and debris to clear more easily. This is a nice thing.
Mhm.
HPI should learn from these guys.
Yeah.
Vented,
At least that on-road car.
yeah. Vented tires, silicone shock O-ring, castellated slipper pads, and sliding motor mesh. Man, they're coming up with complicated word for a French guy like me to say. What the
That's
heck
just
is it?
that. You'll see it when you look at the actual the
Slipper pad?
and how it sticks out.
Cool. And safe D pinions, as well as many other platform specific features. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that green. That looks sharp. Senton 4x4. A lot of short courses this year I find are coming out with flat nose like this.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. But here's Tony's favorite one. I like that one too. It's the dark
wings.
charcoal gray to black
Yep.
to red.
Yep.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
Now this one, I believe that's the BLX one.
This one, no, it's the Mega. Hey, John, that is the brushed. That comes with the NIM pack.
Okay.
Goes 30 miles an hour. The wheels are different too. If you look at it, those
Okay.
ones are flat black. And I need to look at the ones closer because they used to do on the BLX ones. They had that like shiny black, like the chrome black. I don't know if they're doing that again.
Okay.
But they had that Mega out before, no?
See, that's got kind of a shimmer to it. It kind of looks like it's that chrome black to me. I could be wrong.
Yeah, the tires are way different on these. The rims.
Yep. Well, yeah.
You got the 5-spoke. This one has, oh yeah, they're way different.
Smaller, and they're, yeah.
Yeah, were the rims black before? I'm going to grab my Granite.
It's kind of a grayish.
They're like a chrome black.
Yeah.
But they had the Mega out
Bronze.
before, no?
There's a Granite. One thing I don't like about the Granite is the way it's inside, the way everything is compact inside. It's different.
Is that
But
one-
it's
is that the one
to
you
keep
ordered
it like
from?
monster truckish and like,
Yeah, true. This one's nice. The pure black like this there, that's nice.
The flat black is nice on it.
the wheels look really cool on it too. The actual spokes and everything.
And the little fake studs and everything on it.
Yep.
That's actually a nice looking truck.
So John's got his truck. Let's go see his truck.
Oh yeah, this one started out its life as an original Mega, and oh, which camera am I on? Yeah, I'm on this. Okay, sorry. And then someone put some tracks of stuff in it. Why would they do that?
Amazing.
And then the 6S. Well, I think the best upgrade I ever did to this was to add the 6S shocks.
The Typhon shocks.
Made a huge, yeah, the Typhon shocks made a huge difference. But still having a problem with the slipper assembly in this. I've rebuilt it maybe 2 or 3 times. It won't hold. I don't know what's wrong with it. So
Okay.
Did you put in the 4S one?
I put
Did
in.
you upgrade the slipper from the Mega?
I did. It's got the 3S one in it, I think.
Which is still.
I don't know. It's a 3S that has some 4S parts in it, but it still is broken
Okay.
somehow, and I'm not sure where it's broken. But These are running well. They're great.
So my friend took one of them and he was trying to show people how you lock it for racing, and he over tightened it and it went pop.
Yeah.
And then I replaced the screw that goes through there and all of the inner parts, and I could never get it to work again. I just bought a new one off of Jenny's RC, and I was fine. And that one's been good to go. I'm just not going to crank that hard on it again.
Yeah.
I'll lock it down, but not crank it.
In the middle. It is the weakest link of that whole system. When you're
It's a
trying
really
to tighten down your
thin
slipper, if
screw.
you turn that too much, snap.
How's your? How are the wheels on that one? Are they chrome? Are they black? What are they?
They're black. They look exactly the same.
But that's the Mega.
Oh, is the really chrome on
Mega
the
wheels.
That's the original Mega wheels.
Yeah. Okay.
JP.
My Senton, if you look at the Senton 3S, the old ones, at least a 3S, they don't look like that. They look different.
Yeah. Oh, I do have T-bone bumpers on front and rear on this guy as well. So those are non.
I was going to ask about that. They did look like
non-stock bumpers. Those are definitely upgraded.
Now, did they do away with the Senton 6S then? Yeah.
Yeah, that's gone with the Mojave coming out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was too much power at 6S anyway.
Yeah. The thing was insane.
There's no such thing as too much power. Come on.
There is. People wanted me to put the 8S motor and stuff into my EXP, and I was just like, nah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why all the diffs are blowing up on them. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
why is my EXP diff not holding up?
Well,
Maybe
nobody can buy the good 6-scale stuff, so
Yeah,
Spektrum has the 8-scale stuff, and so they're buying that. The 160 amp with the motor from the Creighton 8S,
Okay.
and they're jamming those in them.
Hmm.
Nah, I don't want anything to do with that.
So here's the Mega. So the Mega comes with a 550 motor. It's a brushed system.
So Cody wants to know, can you put a 4S diffs in a 3S Senton?
A
Well,
lot
they
of
come
parts.
with that now, but you can.
Yeah.
You gotta change ring and pinion, so it's a bit of a hassle.
Okay. A lot of those parts are interchangeable, which is nice. But what's nice with these is like the 550 are going to be an affordable rig to actually get, and so will the 3S. That's what I like. It's a good introduction to people for bashing, that's for sure.
Mm.
And people that don't want to spend a lot of money on breakage, this 550 Mega, they can bash this and have fun with it and jump it pretty high without breaking too much.
That's the one you use to jump the fence, Tony, isn't it?
I have the 6S one.
You have the 6S? Okay.
Yeah. I love that truck. I tell you what, I kind of want to buy that and do a swap on it.
Swap it to the bigger.
Swap it to brushless. I like the way the wheels look on it.
The
I like,
Senton?
yeah, this one. I like the brushed version, the Mega one on this one.
So
Mhm.
this is this one.
It sort of has a Mojave type look at the front of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like the gray bars. Doesn't have the red up front either. I don't know. I dig it. I mean, I like that too, but the other one reminds me of that V-car truck that I had that was so awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And are these all hitting shelves already, or is there a waiting list for them?
So, but look at the wheels. So go back and forth like you just did. See how those have like a gray to them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look,
I don't know if it's the way they took the picture, but yeah.
Yeah, and it's still,
Black chrome.
they look
it looks like
okay.
black chrome.
Yeah, it's weird because they look, these ones on the blue one look like a smaller wheel but a fatter wheel, and the other
Yeah.
one's taller and skinnier or something.
I jokingly on the ARRMA forum when Jason's like, all right, so you can see we've been listening. I think we've done everything you guys have asked for, but I'm sure that we're going to have some negative Nancy saying, why didn't they do whatever?
Yeah.
And so what I did was, and that picture actually breaks the mold of what I was saying is I said, most times we think of things that go from left to right as moving forward. Like when you're watching something as the story advances, they're usually driving left or right, or like there's something about that motion that we see going left to right that feels like you're advancing. Where you go right to left, it feels like you're retreating or you're going backwards.
Mhm.
And so I joked. I said, "So, well, why did your guys take all the pictures where it looks like they're going in the wrong direction? Like you guys are moving forward." So it's my why. That's my negative Nancy thing, which was just a total joke. But
So like this picture, he's moving from the right to the left.
yeah, it's more the stock ones when you're looking at those trucks. They're all
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all
what
pointed
the ones that
out.
they posted on Facebook were all
Yes.
facing to the left.
Yeah.
But they actually look, when you look at trucks, because your eye does read left to right, it looks better because you're starting at the front of the truck and looking across it. So when you see it the other way, it kind of looks weird.
And when are all these available?
So I saw
Yes.
Tara RC Martin, who's one of the brand or account reps. She said August for the brushed and September for the brushless is when they'll ship.
So tomorrow-ish.
Yeah, on the ARRMA Facebook page, there's a store that actually talked, and they said these are in stock right now. So he had some of them were in stock, but I'm not sure which one. I quickly saw that. So he only got a couple of them.
So the brushed ones will come in first.
Here's the one I like. This one, the Big Rock, for a basher, that's going to be cool.
I'm very tempted. It's the one that got the most upgrades.
It does look good.
Yep.
Mhm.
That
But
map
I'm just worried a little bit about the price, especially with the Canadian dollar right now. I'm a little bit worried about the price, but I love that they made this high for the rocks. Like it's still going to get in there, but at least it's a little higher than a friggin' Stampede or a Slash. So
yeah.
Yeah.
put a stocking, a netting on top of this, and you're set to go have some fun.
Oh, I did put the 4S system in this, but it's still broken because I've got the metal spur in here.
Yep.
But it slips. I don't know why. I'm not sure what is wrong with it. So this
Like,
is the
completely slips. The second you hit go, it won't drive. Slips.
yeah. But it won't twist. Oh, there it goes. Or I just twisted it by hand or something.
Hey,
That's the outer
Sticky.
shield.
What do you mean you just twisted by hand?
Yeah, I shouldn't be able to spin it like that.
No.
So
That's exactly what mine did, man. And I could not figure it out.
I can't figure it out either. I've had it apart many times.
I have been sitting on the shelf.
So yeah,
Xavier's in here today. Yep.
Mhm.
that's all that's wrong with mine. If I could figure this out, I would be ripping this, but I can't figure it out.
ARRMA doesn't have a 1-800 helpline that you can call them.
After all the mods I've put in, I don't think they'll be able to help me much. But I mean, I guess it's the 4S slipper. I could just say it's a 4S slipper. It's slipping. I don't know why.
They'll tell you because it's a slipper.
Yeah.
Hey, Stickies RC, how you doing?
Team Vega brought them in as well.
Team Vega, yeah. Cody, how you doing?
He said armors are good bang for the buck.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think the price is, the Canadian? You were talking about that the price was going to be.
I don't know. They're all over the map, especially if they don't have a price yet. They just jack it up like crazy. So until it actually comes out and I see a price, that's when I don't know.
That's nice in the flat black though. Is that the one you ordered, Tony?
Yeah.
I think it'll be $500 for us.
Really?
By the time the dollar conversion, probably.
Is it that bad right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Big Rock, this one, they did not make this one in a brushed series. It's only in BLX.
No, it probably, the cost would be higher and prohibitive for them.
Yeah, as far as I know, Big Rock is always
the same amount as yeah. That's all they've ever done for it.
Like this is like 80 kilometers speed achieved in optimum driving condition on 3S.
Huh. That's 50 miles an hour, isn't it? 80 kilometers.
Yeah.
The Granite did that. My original one hit 50.
So John, this is the granite you got. That's the one you were showing.
It's the newest. Yeah, it'd be the equivalent. Either one. Mine started it with Mega as Mega, so it's got the composite links. So I don't have adjustable links,
Okay.
Okay.
but I've upgraded everything else to brushless.
I think the blue one's the nicest one in granites.
I like the
It's
green better.
pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
You like what?
I like the green better, but that's just me.
No, I like the way they done the paint job on that blue one. Like, nice.
I like
It
the
don't
blue
look
one.
bad.
Yeah.
Normally I
the
wouldn't
wheels
go
look
for the
so
blue one,
nice.
but I do like the blue one.
Ah, they have one in red too.
Yep.
Oh, is that some signature they put in there? Is it?
It says
Even over-
fast. I think it says ARRMA fast or something.
Mm.
Doesn't that look like an FAST and like graffiti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast, I think.
So they have with this one in blue, two colors also, blue and black and white and red.
The white and red looks very clean or something.
Yeah.
I think it is that center screw, which I'm probably going to snap, but we'll see. Nope, I probably just did it right there.
Hey, 11 Charlie, welcome in.
Hey,
I
11
do
Charlie.
higher
Right.
chassis, though. A little deeper setup in there.
But Seton is just another short course, and short course right now in this area is pretty much dead. They don't have races for them or anything. So, and plus, this is not a racer; it's a basher. Racers are so
take a
light
beating.
and agile.
Yeah, there's nowhere around me. It does short course trucks anymore either. Like.
Now, this one, the BLX 3S, this one really interests me for having fun and bashing, and price wise, to me, that's a nice fit.
Mm.
But because the big rock is going to be close to the same price, I think, and it protects more if you have the body on top and you're doing flips and crashing. You break the shock towers here.
Yeah. And what is the price of the big rock?
Here for the big rock, I can check real quick what the big
320.
rock. 320.
I think that's what they all are right now.
Is that just a generic price they put out for the minute or something? Is it?
Well, the big rock before was 320 and the rest were 300, or it was 330, but they equalized the price for some reason.
That's a nice truck for 320, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
The big rock
I'd buy
3S
it.
right now, the version 2, I guess it is. Version 2 right now, the BLX here in Canada, it's $459.
459.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like right now,
The new ones
prices are
should be
just-
that same price as long as they don't jack them up on this.
But it's crazy in the UK, the price they pay in the UK for them. Like,
Oh yeah.
Is
what we're paying in dollars, they're paying the same in sterling. So we pay $300, they pay 300 sterling, which is crazy because that works out to be near like $550 or something like that.
Okay.
Craziness, the money they're paying in the UK. Like if my mom comes out for Thanksgiving, I should send her home a load of RCs, sell them for Christmas.
Your mom actually drives RC cars?
No, send her home with them and sell them. Sell her stuff
Okay.
for Christmas.
She can make money over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the BLX here, any of this BLX are pretty. Let's see if I can't find what the rest of them are.
That big rock is nice for 320 though.
I couldn't help myself.
That's why you picked it up?
That's what I commented on your chat earlier. I was like, so much for having to watch your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when that guy saved me that dirt, I was a little bit better off.
Yeah.
So here's the 3S BLX monster truck, 429, 429. So 459 for the big rock.
That's weird. I wonder why they have them all at the same price.
Don't know. Well, they're pretty close, all the close the same, but they do
See the old big rock
Yeah.
though was $459.
$30 more.
So those are all the old models there.
Yeah.
So they should be more than that, right? The new ones.
I don't know if
You
they're
said
gonna be
they're
more.
459, all of them for the new ones.
Yeah, I think.
Probably
Yeah.
gonna be 59. Yeah.
Safe bet for sure.
Now, when you look on the Horizon site, does it show it in US dollars or does it convert it?
No, it's US. I can go have a look real quick.
I see, Froggy, that tractor trailer you posted earlier, that big rig, that is beautiful, man.
Oh, the wheels I put on it. Thanks. I've been waiting for those for a while.
That's nice.
Yeah, I did a little video on it too. I just posted that up before tank went on.
All right, even the paint color of it is really nice.
Yeah, the wheels are just the way I got them. I haven't polished them up yet, which I'm going to do. But I've got to get everything refit because the offset of those wheels is different than the stock ones. So I've got to readjust the rear fenders. But yeah, it came out looking real good. And I found the ones I want to put on the man truck as well later.
Yeah.
They're actually a real nice quality for the wheels from Extra Speed. I was impressed with the way they looked and the weight to them actually.
No, it's all US. Like the Senton 319.
I see,
Even the big rock's the same price as the other one.
Right. That's a new thing.
Wow.
I
One
feel like
price
they probably just thought they couldn't price it up more.
Like 319 US that you guys pay for that truck, and I pay 459.
Hmm.
Crazy.
that's crazy. That's the Queen's tax. That's why.
Yeah.
The Queen Mother likes her share, keep her Windsor Castle going, you know. Yes. I see New Bright already brought out that new Ford.
Bronco.
Yeah, the Ford, yeah. They brought it out the same day. They actually,
Yeah.
on their website, it was out the same day. It's kind of weird because you drive it with your phone. It's
I
Wi-Fi.
know, yeah, it's weird, like, yeah.
So, well, not Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. So you connected Bluetooth on your phone, and you actually drive it with an app.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. Like, some people are just going to take the body off and put it on an SEX.
Yeah, I see 307 Scoot. He done that already. He took it off and put it on shortened an SEX 10 too. Yeah.
But what was this? I missed something, I guess.
The new Ford Bronco.
Oh, the brand. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What's their name? New Bright just made a 1/10 version of it.
It was out same day they were announcing it, weren't they?
Yeah.
They must pay some money in licensing, or else they just put them out. Like there's no way they can just put them all out without paying the license for all them companies. Like,
I have no clue on that.
Saturday, there's a guy that's having an event close to my house. Well, it's about an hour away. So I'm going to go there, but he's got big rocks. He's got like challenging rocks and things like that. And he's doing what's called a poker run. So we're going to go and there's going to be 5 checkpoints within his track. There's 100 flags. So he's going to have 5 checkpoints. You pick a card. So at the end, you get all your cards and whoever's got the best poker hands. So I want to stir up the pot and say, this is what I'm bringing to the poker run this Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
It's a big
Is that an
HSP.
yeah, is that an old Exceed?
Yeah, I think it is an Exceed. Somebody put an HSP, but I think it's an Exceed
Yeah,
1/8
it looks like an old Exceed.
1/8
And
truck.
all about the same, anyways, from that era.
Mhm.
I had one. That was the first crawler I had as well.
I think I did not even drive this outside 5 minutes, like since I got it. I actually exchanged it for a Wheelie King. I had 2 Wheelie Kings. So I picked up in the deal, I picked up a used Wheelie King, barely paid any money for it. And then somebody wanted to trade the Wheelie King for that. So I said, why not? So I traded it.
Hmm.
Okay.
But since then, it's been sitting in the corner collecting dust. But I think not tomorrow, but Saturday is going to be a perfect time to bring that. I'll bring a Wraith and my CX10. So we're going to have fun.
There you go.
Nice.
When you're on the rocks, you need a Wraith or a rock bouncer or something like that. That's funner on the rocks.
RC, yeah, Island RC, Dick, Kent's RC, General Hobbies, welcome in.
Big BRC.
And thank you, Sean, for reading the chat and making sure you welcome everybody. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Yep.
I try, but I get distracted real easy.
Oh, a cat. Oh, a cat.
JM,
I'm doing too good. I didn't sleep last night, so I don't know how long I'll stay on tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your heart's good, though?
Yeah, I was just up with acid issues and
Okay.
couldn't get any sleep.
You have to have a heart to have a bad heart.
Hey.
And what about you, Xavier? When's your vacation over?
Almost.
Almost over?
Almost.
Yeah, almost.
Mine is starting Friday night. Friday after work, that's when mine is starting for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
3 weeks.
Wow.
So if you guys want to do and chat during the day or do something special during the day, I'm all for it. I can do it pretty much anytime. So
3 weeks.
Yeah.
How many weeks a year do you get in Canada?
me, I've been with the same company for 15 years now, so I get 4 weeks.
Yeah. I negotiated 4 weeks when I first came here because
Okay.
when I first sat down with a guy and he was like 15 days for the year, I was like, what? Hang on, what are you talking about? 15 days? It's like, no chance, never gonna happen. I came from Europe where we've 8 weeks a year, like, you know, to come into somebody telling you he's going to give you 15 days. It's like, what?
Well, a lot of people don't realize that when you're going for a job, you're applying for a job, they give you a contract to sign. Well, you're allowed to change that. If they really want you, they'll give you what you want. If they want you, they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Within reason, of course.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, because even that same job, I give myself like a $60,000 pay raise even. Because when I went in, I told him I was earning 40,000 more than what I actually was earning. So then he was like, "Well, I could match that number," and I was like, "Well, why would I leave for that number?" And he's like, "All right, I'll give you 20 more." I was like, "Sweet."
Wow, nice.
Yeah, you have to. If you don't ask, you don't have to get. What's the worst he could have said? No, I'll match that other number. So you were still making out.
Yeah. Yeah. You need that incentive. If you want to move, you want to go somewhere else, you need that incentive.
Yeah, no.
The blondes get 6 weeks.
Yeah, although my 2 kids in private
6
school
weeks.
need all the money.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Crazy.
RC Voodoo says Sean can't be trusted. Darn.
I just have that Irish I've just that Irish gab, like I'll sell snow to an Eskimo, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to be able to do that when I was working at the dealership selling parts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I sold a guy a bunch of parts for his Corvette that he really didn't have to have, but boy, to make it run better and look better.
Yeah.
He spent probably about 10 grand.
Stuff he didn't need.
Exactly. Especially on a brand new car.
He's RC says he works for peanuts and RC parts.
Yeah.
So can he didn't have fun. Well, that's what a lot of guys are doing here. There's a bunch of guys that I know that had regular jobs, or they have a regular job, but they actually took a job at the hobby store so that they can get parts at cost. And all the work they're doing there, all the hours, he's basically putting it back into RCs. So
yeah, that's all you would end up doing. I would actually probably end up owing the RC store money. So
yeah,
did that before myself. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The other one that's close to me won't hire me.
Oh no?
No, because I have to be able to sit down at times, and that's not allowed with their company policies.
Oh really? Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, so G G Green's tank is asking, are you going to Fraggle Rock this Saturday?
Yes, I'm going there this Saturday. Are you going to be there? And are you going to be at my house the 2 weeks after?
Or you're having another event at your house again, tank, yeah?
Yeah, it's basically the same event, but rules are going to be different a little bit. But I am having a poker run also.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the one is Saturday. Where the Saturday is of the date, but and then mine is on the 15th. So
He says they'll see you there.
you'll see me there. Cool.
Yep.
So I heard you at the end of your stream, Tony. There's some of the ramps you can actually keep in the locations.
Yeah, I have to move. I can't do the backflip ramp I was going to, and the jump that was next to that in the middle of the
Why
yard.
can't you put those things there? Did you break anything, or you have your septic bed there, or what's the reason?
Yeah, they ran the field all the way down
Okay.
to where that other jump is in the back corner, the tall one, and you're not supposed to build on it. Like, I mean, you could put that on there, but the way that septic fields or leach fields work, they're only supposed to have so much dirt on them so that the sun can evaporate it. But yeah, so you can disrupt how it works and it can fail. And plus it has to be able to run off rainwater, has to be able to get away, because if it builds up, then the water that comes up through the septic field has nowhere to go when it's saturated. So yeah.
Yep. I've got that out actually behind the wall that my phone is against right now.
Yeah. So you have to leave clearances for that. Like some people, like you buy a house and you think you've got all this room, and you go to the city to get a permit to put in a pool. They're like, well, if your septic field fails, where will you put it?
Yeah.
So you can't build, even though you have all this room, they won't let you build there, because in the case that your field fails, you have to have a backup plan.
Yeah. Well, it's just like me. I build a big deck at my back of my house. It's 20 by 20, or 24 by 24. I think it's 24 by 24. Yeah, 24 by 24. And the last 12 feet or 10 feet is actually on my septic bed. So if ever something does happen, I have to take a saw, cut my deck, and remove it, and then build it off later or something.
Okay.
Yeah, my town's weird. Like if I put a big in-ground pool in, my tax is near enough double. But if I put an above ground pool and build a big friggin' deck all the way around it, so you can walk in it, my taxes don't even bother. Like, it's weird. The towns have all these stupid little rules. Like, you know?
Well, and part of our problem too, Tank, and you probably don't have the same issue, is that we are like 5 feet above sea level here. So like the water table is like right there. So there's nowhere for the water to go down. So some places, like, yeah, you built a deck on yours, it's not going to be a big deal that it's not seeing the sun or whatever. And a deck is open air, so you're still getting airflow. But you know, people build on, like this guy that bought this house, we had no idea about a septic system when we bought the house. But he basically had 8 huge oak trees all through the septic field. So all of those roots were just clogging up every single one of the lines. And he covered over where it was failed with wood chips so that we wouldn't see that it was failed. And apparently the people that from the septic system have to come and do a septic check, and they said it was fine. Which I wish you could sue them, but you can't. But we bought the house when it had a failed system to begin with, because he'd covered it up and they didn't catch it.
Wow.
They either didn't catch it, or they got an envelope when they first came to the driveway.
Right.
You know, just met with the envelope with a shake hand, and then looks good to me.
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of our issue has to do with I mean, literally, it's swampland. We live in the city that is the home of the Great Dismal Swamp. So that's kind of what it's like. I can't even imagine being a settler and coming through all of this and being like, we should build here.
It's just like me. You're saying like you're 5 feet over sea level. When I went to re-evaluate my house insurance, that they wanted to sell me, and that was just after there was a big flood in Rockland where we live. big flood. So they were selling and upselling flood insurance to everybody. So the insurance people were making a killing. So they were really pushing me to get house insurance for flooding. I go, I can't flood where I am. He goes, what do you mean you can't flood? Well, I live in Clarence Creek. I'm 150 feet higher than Rockland than where we are sitting right now. I'm about 150 feet. So if I flood, you're swimming, like you're deep underwater, and half of Ottawa is underwater.
Yeah.
And on top of that, where Clarence Creek, where I am, I'm on top of the hill. So
Yeah.
all Clarence
Yeah.
Creek has to flood before I flood, and there's no way I can flood because all the water just goes away from the house.
Gonna go to the lowest points. Yeah.
He goes, oh well, you never know. The water can come over your window, and it's impossible. It can't. Like if water gets up that high, everybody's in trouble.
Yeah.
So that's
The
a
polar
great,
ice
that's a
caps
great,
have melted.
I'd say that's a great flood for you guys.
Oh yes. We're gonna need an arc.
Yeah. Our house is actually probably the highest in our neighborhood. So we're lucky in that with the swamp and all that around us. So everybody else is in a zone that's like flee when there's any type of storm, because I mean, just the smallest hurricane or whatever, you get the wrong nor'easter coming in and pushing water in, and the timing of it with the tides, this water can rise, and they get like evacuation stuff and we don't. So, I mean, it could happen. We could flood, but we're high enough where our house sits that we should be okay.
And my wife was telling me
That everybody else would be in trouble.
My wife was telling me, what if we flood all your RCs are in the basement? Like they're all gonna get flooded. I go, they're all waterproof.
Right.
And plus an RC, if there's no battery in it, there's no power. If ever it does flood, it doesn't matter. You just let it dry.
Yeah.
Don't put electronics or don't put electricity to it until it's really dry, and then you'll be okay.
Get some new
Yeah.
bearing, maybe.
Yeah. Now me, I'm at the end of a road that slopes down just a little bit. And after that, we've got a big drainage area. So we get a little bit of buildup when we get rain.
Or write them all off and buy just ARRMAs. Like replace them all with ARRMA with sealed bearings.
There you go.
I'll have. Xavier, what ARRMA? Do you have any ARRMAs where you are right now?
No, but I like one.
Which one?
Wait, I'm going to see. I don't know.
Typhon or
The new one, the cheap one. The red
Senton? The red and black one?
Senton,
Wait.
the red and black one.
I don't find it directly.
This one? I know you're
What?
probably looking at a different screen.
No, this one. And the other one, the new one, the red red candy color. You know, the best one.
The Outcast 8S, the Outcast
Yeah.
8S.
Yeah,
Outcast 8S? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, he wants the
I'm
big
looking
one.
for that. Yeah.
Big
For-
one.
You're gonna go all out, Xavier, from no armor till an 8S.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing with all the leaks that we saw was there was no Outcast listed on any of those like pages for ARRMA stuff, which was weird. They had the Notorious listed, but I didn't see the Outcast. But maybe we didn't get all the pictures.
Maybe. What is John going to be getting soon? What is going to be your newest one that you're going to be getting?
I also like the look of that Outcast 8S, but I don't know if I'm going to put that kind of money into a new RC anytime soon.
Okay.
Only racers, right? Because you're winning so much.
Well, I should be putting all my money in the race cars. It's true.
Right.
Those videos don't do as well on the internet, but it's more fun for me, I guess.
Right. We just have to do run videos of those that aren't races. Right? Tech videos on them.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of stuff I could be doing.
Yeah, I did a couple more overviews. Did my street and thunder truck.
I'm looking for the Outcast 8S right now, but I can't.
So I think I found my flaw with the slipper assembly.
Okay.
This is the screw that normally breaks, and it's intact. So this is what holds this whole thing together, and it's
Right.
what down. It goes right through the middle, and if you crank that down too much, it'll snap in half.
Okay.
It's really a kind of a low grade screw for all of the work it has to do. It has to
Yep.
hold all of these plates together and applies all the pressure onto the slipper. And because it goes through so many parts, it's this side is the part that the only place that it grabs into, and that's
Mhm.
where it's stripped out. So if you screw this halfway down, I can pull it straight out of here. So it's this side of the plate seems to have stripped out because
So he's doing a new back plate.
yeah, I'm gonna need a new back plate. It's probably yeah. So once I shouldn't be able to do that. So
Nope.
it's either the screw or the plate. I think it's a bit of both. So that's what can
I
happen.
bought a whole new part with that screw and all the pieces, and I didn't fix it. So it's probably stripped like that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's kind of a weak link of this whole system. They put in really good stuff, and that's what's holding it together. And I didn't see any improvements to this today. So that's a thing.
I asked Robinson Racing if he would make a locker for it,
Yeah.
just straight up, and he said if there was demand, because I feel like I could just run it locked, just lock it up
Yeah,
completely.
If I could glue that together somehow, I would, because I don't have the parts to fix this right now.
Yeah, JB Weld, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Clamp it together. JB Weld it all up. I think I might do that with mine actually as a safety for it. Like if I do break this one, the other one will be ready to just drop in there.
Is there a way to get a stronger screw? Make sure it doesn't break? Different type of
It's,
screw?
it strips through the plate on the back side.
Oh, it screws onto a plate?
Yeah. And
Well,
it's
it's
a weird-
threaded on the inside.
Yeah.
I'd say that'll strip out before anything else.
Yeah. Get the epoxy out.
Yeah.
It would be great locked. That's all it, because I don't want it to slip at all. I'm fine with it
Right.
being full.
It'd be a cool part for them just to sell. Just a whole locked assembly with the spur gear.
My God, what the heck's that noise? Somebody seems to be banging. So here's the outcast. So this is the one you want to get, Xavier?
Show
Fifth
me.
scale
Yeah.
Outcat 8S?
Yeah. It's pretty nice. I like the color and the wheels also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because I found a good place for to bash. Also, I broke my Evo tractors, but yeah, this look very strong also. So
$8.99 in US. How much is it near where you live? This is $8.99.
Here is it almost the same price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, only that's euros. Like,
Now guess how much it is here.
Yeah. I don't know.
$1,000. Yeah.
1,100.
Oh,
$12.59.99.
That's what
That's
that's
much
what
more.
Xavier would be paying, because if he's paying €8.99, he'd be paying like $1,200.
The kicker is that on top of that price, we have to pay 13% tax as well.
Yes.
That's crazy. See the Queen Mother, like that's like
You can't forget about the Queen Mother. She wants her money.
You gotta keep her in toilet roll.
13%, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you pay?
Bucks RC, welcome in.
How
I
much is
don't
your
even know what we pay.
how much is tax in the US?
Well, it changes based on in your city.
Yeah, state to state different.
State to state, right?
Okay.
Well, because in Virginia Beach, though, they add on a tourism tax, which makes no sense that you're charging your people in order to get more money from the tourists that come through. But on a daily basis, we're the ones that are eating the cost of their
So
tourism tax.
You even have to pay that tax as well. You pay the tourism too.
You should be able to decline that. And some of the tourist places in Canada, if they try and tack on a tourism
No,
tax,
it's
you can deny it.
it's not.
Wow.
No, we get that too here.
Okay.
Sticky says it's 7.75 where he is.
So it's 6% here. There's only certain places that charge that tax too, like restaurants and things like that.
The tourism one?
Yeah. So it's 6% here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it is here in Michigan is, or my area in Michigan is 6%.
Okay. And then you got to buy two 4S batteries to put in the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to buy 2 extra 4S battery because it was so fun using it for 15 minutes, 10 minutes that you want to use it right after for another 10 minutes.
Well, and you don't just buy the 5,000 milliamp hour 4S's that you normally would, because those don't last you 15 minutes.
That's true.
Not when you're really ripping hard.
Yeah, not when you drive like Tony.
You'll get 10 maybe.
Okay.
Yep. I found that I need to get the bigger ones. I always just got 5,000 milliamp hour. Like that's what I always get. It's just
Okay.
standard. But yeah, with those big ones, you want to get like the 10,000 and whatever you can fit, basically.
That adds an additional $200 in batteries.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He
it's
does.
stupid. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I ordered some LED lights from Amazon. So they're 12 volts. So they already have the resistors on them. So I can run 12 volt on them. So they're super bright, which means I can go down and run 6 volt or whatever voltage I want on them. So, and then it's just going to bring the brightness down. But I bought them for $20 and there's 120 lights in there, but it's all different colors, which is kind of cool. $20.
Right.
Like with the lead on it, there's 8-inch of wire on it. So that's a cool deal, shipped and everything from Amazon. So this morning I received an email, it's being shipped. I go, cool. And then I'm just looking up at the specs again. So I click the link and now the price is up to $39.99.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
then it says on the bottom, plus it's not Amazon Prime anymore because Amazon, I guess, don't have anymore. That one is $39.99 plus $10 shipping. So I'm there.
Oh.
Holy cow, it's up to $50. So I got a good deal at 20.
Wow.
Yeah,
Got
no
it.
kidding.
Well,
So sometime when they say 2 left or 3 left, you gotta click that go get. If not, you're gonna
Yeah.
yeah.
should be interesting. Like I got 60, not 60. There's 20 of the white, 20 of blue, 20 yellow. I got some green. I got some amber. So there's a bunch of them. So I'm gonna have some fun.
Nice. Warning, the lights coming on here.
Big BRC says I get 30 minutes out of my 6700 on his 8S X Max. That's a long
How
time.
much is it?
30 minutes
30
on
minutes.
his 67.
Okay.
That's a long time, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Now is that going like straight?
He doesn't mention that in a short sentence he put.
Okay.
It is a good question. Is that just going straight?
If
Going
I'm bashing on the trails, I'm only like barely half hitting it, because if you hit a full throttle, you're going to send it to the moon.
yeah. Or if you
So
had that
then you stop when you land and you reset, and you can be out there for a while. But
Yeah. like that RC park where you're sometime you go jump.
yeah, I can be out there for 30 minutes to 40 minutes on a 5,000. But if I go to the oval track and I'm 100%,
Yeah.
around the corners and down the straightaways, it's drastically reduced.
Now them 6700s, are they the Traxxas batteries, which are the 25C or 25C?
Lower discharge too.
Big BRC, what's your discharge rate on them and what's the kind of batteries you got?
The 6700 sounds like a Traxxas battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guys in the chat are still talking about taxes and percentage of taxes and what they pay
Yeah.
taxes on.
Not fun.
Taxes are killer. I end up altogether, I pay like 33% tax or something,
Okay.
which is insane. Like,
Well, welcome to life in the city.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, here too. It's been a while since it's not been like that, but some places, if you went to buy food, you only had to pay one tax and not two tax. And if you buy this, so it used to be like that, but it's changed now. It's everywhere you pay the same thing. So you don't get a place where you pay more tax for certain stuff, less tax for another stuff, and so on. So crazy. Yeah, they are Traxxas batteries, so it's probably a low C rating discharge
Yeah,
rate.
it's probably 50C or 25C. I mean,
Yeah.
The X-Max can operate at that low of a discharge?
yep.
Wow.
That's all Traxxas stuff is
Yeah, they
25C.
don't have any high C batteries.
Most of the ARRMA stuff wants 35 or more,
Oh yeah.
what they recommend at least.
Yeah.
So I've done some videos where it didn't, and they're like, well, that's why you didn't get the top speed. And I'm like, that's not exactly how that works. But
I got to get new tires for my Stampede. The last video I made, I was making some slow motion and you could really see jumping. My tires are so old. They're the original one I had on the Traxxas. And they're out of balance. They're all dirty. Like they're all coming unglued. So I'm just going to buy a new set of tires. But man, I was looking at the Pro line. It's going to cost me $120 plus tax just to get 4 tires.
Yeah.
It's almost the price of a real car tire. It's crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy. So, but I saw the Duramax. The Duramax looks pretty nice, and they're $35 each or $39 each, which is a better price.
Duramax, those are good tires.
Yeah.
I run those on some of my race stuff, and I've run them on different patches and all, and they've been great for me.
Okay. And I do have to look at the ARRMA tires also. I haven't looked at those because they do have some 12 millimeter that might fit hex that might fit on my Stampede. So I got to look at those tires, see what they look like. John might have some. John, do you have any I think they're 2.8 monster tires?
2.8 monsters. Just the ones that are actually on my Granite.
Okay.
Oh, but those are 14 mil hex. You need 12 mil hex.
Yeah, this Traxxas. Unless I convert mine, I've been thinking of converting it to a 12 millimeter, 14 mil. And because I run it on 3S now and I got the metal dry shaft, I might have to, but I don't know.
I think I might have a set you might be interested in. Let me
Oh, yeah?
look.
Let's make a deal.
Brand new. Yours for full retail price.
Or no. Don't go full price on me there. Doom, 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 doom.
Or what truck is that tank you have?
The Stampede, Traxxas Stampede.
Stampede,
It's like a Slash, but it's got monster tires.
Yeah, the
4x4?
old 3-wheel drive one. Yeah.
Yeah, the 4-wheel drive, my police one.
Oh, you have the 4-wheel drive one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a set of these for a project that I never finished.
Ah, those are the one that we're looking for. But are they what's the name on them?
12 mil hex, 6-pack Duratrax.
Six-pack.
They're like
Back in the
Badlands.
Yep.
12 mil hex, 2.8s. Low profile though.
Yep.
So yeah. Those I was gonna put this on my Slash 4x4, which is back there still in pieces.
Those
Brand
are
new
worth
run.
for tank.
How much a pair?
Gosh, I don't know. They also say they're for 2-wheel drive, which so the offset's a little bit weird.
Yes, the front offset is different than the rear. So if you got the front and rear, doesn't matter. On the 4x4, you can put them anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know what this ends up being.
Mine
You
was
have two pairs,
$32.99
two pairs, or
US.
just one pair?
I have 2 pair. I'll grab the other one, see what it says.
I did the pistol ones,
It's not bad.
but these are 14
Sounds
millimeter
good, too.
hexas. These are to go on my granites
Okay.
for racing at the oval track.
They say they're for 2-wheel drive. Mounted rear, 2-wheel drive.
So 2-wheel drive rear. The other one, are they front or are they rear on the other pack?
Rear. They're both rears. Both
Okay,
2-wheel.
then it's fine. The rear one has the same offset. It's the front that has a different offset.
That's probably why I did that. I don't know. I do still have a plan for these, but if you need them, you need them. But I don't know, we can talk offline.
Okay, because the 6-packs right now, they're $38.99 each.
That sounds good. Never been wrong.
Those look nice.
Yeah.
So what's the current tax rate at John's RC store?
Yeah. Not 13%.
See, so you're getting,
I ran the
Still
short
getting a
course
bargain
version on our dirt track that we run at here, and they did real well. That was on a 2-wheel drive slash.
so you're getting a bargain tank. You're getting away with 13% tax.
Well, I bought these to put on this.
Wait, those are only $22 here, or $20.
Yeah, $38.99 here.
This is what it was meant for.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
That's a nice body.
Yeah, I just didn't really like the look of all the blingy hardware on the rim.
Yeah.
But so it didn't really match the style, but they said for this body, you're supposed to have 2.8 wheels. So that's why I bought these.
Okay.
Anyway, that was the
Looks
idea.
cool.
But
Looks good.
Mhm.
yeah.
And just take the screws off. You get less weight all.
So I guess I'm gonna have to swing by your place and bring you $80.
bring me how much? 100 bucks?
80.
He said he wasn't going to charge you 13% tax. He didn't say no tax.
No, we didn't talk about the tax. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm putting $1 each for taxes. $38.99. That means $39. That means $1 each, $40.
If you want them, I'll sell them because I don't really have an urgent need for these.
So John, General Hobbies is asking what's the color of that paint on that truck.
On that truck, I think it was called Steel Blue. To me, a Steel Blue.
Interesting.
Color I'd never used before, but I really like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's
Mhm.
close to a real Ford color from that era of truck.
Very interesting.
And then I backed it with silver, so it gives you a little more metallic look to it.
See, this is the one I wanted for my cop car because it was written locked up.
Oh yeah.
So locked up, and this is the thread pattern of that one. And the one you got is this. It's a little bit
Yes.
different.
Yeah.
Not much,
Pretty close.
but it's
Oh, yeah.
pretty darn close to the same.
Yeah.
Mind you, I think the 6-packs are even low profile, more low profile than the locked up,
They are. They're a little bit
Yeah,
more low.
yeah.
which I kind of like the 6-pack a little bit better. I like that low profile on the cop car. That's going to look nice. They
Well, for a
do
car?
have the street eliminator, the Bandito, but because I do too much dirt, I figured these won't be good for me. If I did only street, yeah, but
Yeah.
I do too much dirt, so I like playing in the dirt.
Yeah, that's the difference. The MT is monster truck and ST is stadium truck. So it's
Okay.
a different sidewall height.
Mhm.
There you go. They're in stock at John's RT store.
Cool.
We've got those, and all I've got really is mismatched short course pairs, brand new in the packages, and then bearing mount fronts for different things.
Mm-hmm. General Hobby says, I like that blue chrome color. What's the name of that color, John?
steel blue, I think. I should look up what Tamiya code it is.
Yeah. What were you gonna do with that truck? Just because it's not for racing, it's just for bashing.
Yeah, it's just for bashing. I was just gonna turn it into like a street basher, like basically what an infraction does, but just in a 4x4 style where it can
Okay.
do a little bit of dirt and gravel, but mostly pavement ripping. It was gonna be like just a pavement runner. That's why something like the Bandito, I think, would be a better tire for that thing. I'll grab it back. You guys seem to like it. So
Yeah, I
the
got
original
it.
plan for this, and it's just time management, is Ford 50 style body. It is a low center of gravity / 4x4, and I just was going to throw a bunch of power at it. So Mamba X, 4600 kV motor, and then I was going to like up the drivetrain because it's still on the stock plastic axles. I have a full set of the Techno axle kit.
Okay.
I was going to put in Techno axles with the Mamba X higher motor. It was just going to be a stupid fast / 4x4. This is my old race slash. This is raced many years. I'm just going to give it a new look. But yeah, the color of this body was steel blue, I think.
Yeah, nice.
Looks cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I love it.
Good. I like
You
that better
should-
than the red
You
that's
should
on
sneak
mine.
that out, Tank, when you go buy those tires.
Yeah, really.
Mm.
Well, I'm actually looking for a new body, but yeah.
The old farm truck style,
Oh, you didn't drill it out yet for the holes?
It is designed for racing of some sort because it's got some aero
Yeah.
on the back and stuff, and it's
Yeah,
really
we run
wide
some
boundaries.
boundaries.
It is designed specifically for / 4x4 on 2.8.
Nice. Cool.
Anyway, yeah, that's a project that just has never gotten finished. I've been working on this for probably over a year. It just sits there collecting dust right now, but I should get it done.
Maybe I can bring a little bit more money and steal the body away.
I don't know about that. I really like the
No, it's okay.
body.
No, I have two. Actually, yeah, my 4x4 does need a new body, but my two wheel drive, I want to convert them to street racers for no prep. One for me, one for my son. That should be interesting and fun. His is going to be a VXL, and mine's going to be a brushed. So I want to try to beat him with a brushed system.
Mhm.
That'd be sweet. JP out of the
yeah, because he just said forward and a big thumbs down.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to please everybody, but that's why they make so many different bodies. It's just crazy. Like I've seen some people, they've been selling their cars on the Facebook page where people sell stuff. And the guy says, I put a lot of money into this. Like it's an e-Revo, a mini Revo, the small ones. And he wants $800 for it. He goes, I got lots of hop-ups. I got close to $1,200 of hop-ups in it. Goes, yeah, but it's still an e-Revo. Like,
Yeah.
no matter how many hop-ups you put on it, it's still
Yeah.
an e-Revo.
Felony Regal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the same thing here.
Like, no matter how much money you put in your Civic, it's still a Civic.
Yeah, I was gonna say my Jeep too, right? Like I just
Yeah.
put 2,500 into it, but it's
Yeah.
still only worth the 20 I bought it for. You know,
Yeah.
they don't
Well,
care
my-
that it's got a winch on it or nice underplate. You know, I got the cross member is like a heavy duty steel version of it. They don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, how many miles did you put on it when you were up here? It's about 18 now.
Oh yeah, I didn't put that many miles on it. It was open.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, you know.
Oh, the amount that I put on the rocks.
Yeah.
If
Now,
anybody watches
Tony.
the video, it's negative.
Now, Tony, water does not go in the truck, in the Jeep. Water stays outside the Jeep.
No, it goes in. No, Jeeps are meant to get water. That's why they got plugs in them.
Yeah.
The,
Use
the
that
carpet
feature.
comes out. You just pull it right out, hose it
Okay.
off, put it back in.
that was cool and sweet the way you did your video, because you actually show your fail and your good time and all that. So you've shown that you've got it stuck. You show that you got water in it. You show everything. So it's fun that you show all these things. You don't just show the good thing. You show the bad thing that happened to you also.
Oh yeah, it sucked. I did a whole video. I need to still make it. Walking back, doing the walk of shame to the park ranger station because my phone wouldn't work. They wouldn't answer the phone. There's nobody answering, so I had to just walk and go up there and get a phone number for the local yokel that would
How
pull me
far-
out.
How far walk was it?
Yeah, luckily, it was like we
Later,
hit the
Septic.
first thing, man. It wasn't very far. We got stuck in the first hole.
Later, Rich. Have a good night.
Later, Rich.
See you, Rich. But
All
yeah,
right.
no,
Bye,
it's
Rich.
fun. We were looking at parks tonight in Virginia and North Carolina in the mountains to go again. As soon as we get it
That's,
back
with
out.
You and your kids, or your wife also?
Yeah, she goes. She loves it. She thinks
Okay.
it's cool.
Cool.
It's good.
All right.
Just bought a new winch. I convinced her that stuck in the mud thing. That's a quick way to say you could have been here and stuck with us, but you have a winch. You can get yourself out of most things.
Yeah.
Dude, her intro to your actual video that was, I was killing myself laughing.
So that's what I deal with all the time. They're always like that. So I
Your
walked
kids?
back to the car. So I was out getting. They had all these signs, and it was the end of the first night. I'm like, I need something to show that we're here and that there's signs and that it's Axial Fest or whatever. So we were heading to the store, also to buy. I don't even know. We didn't have something we needed for camping, and a lot of things. We weren't prepped fully, but. So we're going, and I'm like, I need to stop, and I'm getting like the entrance and the Badlands sign, and they're all just sitting in the Jeep. I'm just filming like, banners, one banner. Then I walked to the next one, shot that one, stepped to the next one, shot that one. And I went down like 10 of them or whatever to get all the different sponsors. And the kids are like, what the heck is dad videoing all these stupid signs for? Something like that. And she's like, so that when he's like, hey guys, it's so she did her thing. So that's when I walk in the car is when she's doing it and like making fun of me, but explaining to them why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm like, what's going on in here? She's like, she's making fun of you. I'm like, oh yeah. So what'd you say? And so she just started doing it. I just turned it on and filmed it and held it here at my side. And she just kept going. I thought she'd quit and be like, stop filming me. But she carried on.
That was hilarious.
YouTube gold, basically. I'm like, I'm keeping that.
Oh yeah. You can reuse it, reuse it, reuse it, and reuse it.
Well, then I hadn't done the intro yet. So of course the next stop was like 1,000 feet down the road, and we stopped in front of the major Badlands sign. I got out and did the, hey guys, it's like literally right after that. I felt so stupid because they're laughing at me through the tinted windows doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun times.
That was actually.
I never try to do the talking stuff around anybody.
Yeah.
I wait till, even if it's like, I pretend like it's the beginning of the day, but we've done everything. So even when John Martin was there, I didn't do the intro to that till the night.
Yeah, no, we should have. I should have stayed. I should have turned around when you called me.
How far out were you?
I was like 2 miles outside of town.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
town was like ghost town, man.
Yeah, I was just on the other side of that bridge where that construction was.
Yeah. So that Brian guy had been trying to get us to go out jeeping with him for a while, and we wanted to because he knew what he was doing, and we didn't. Well, you saw we got stuck in mud when we were by ourselves.
Yeah, that's
so-
one thing you should try not to do when you go 4x4 and jeeping in the mud is don't go by yourself.
Yeah, unless you have a winch.
Yeah.
Your winch is your partner if you are alone.
That's it.
And Tony, in your case, you might need a second winch in the back.
Yeah. Dude, there was somebody in it worse than we were so when I went out, we went to get the park pass so that if he came back through again, we'd be ready. Because while we were there, he came by and asked if we were ready. And I said, dude, we don't even have a pass. We don't have our flag you have to have. So we went to get that. She said, well, we'll go again later. So we went to get that. And as we were finishing up, he drove up and said, hey man, I see you're here. Let's go. And I'm like, All right. So we followed him in there, and he took us up some crazy stuff. It was insane. There's a couple times where even he backed out of it. But yeah, and so when we got back, John had just left, so I called, and he said, "Yeah, well, it was a hot day that day too.
It was nasty,
brutal.
man.
Yeah.
Man, it was brutal that
We
day.
didn't even go back out till the night stuff because it was too hot to go back out."
Well, heck, all day long we were back there in that quarry, and it was just wide open sun, except for that tent where they had the hot dogs and hamburgers and water.
Well, we went out, and it was like that's what we told my wife we'd come back and get the kids and go with them, but we lost track of time. We were out there for like 4 hours
Oh, yeah.
or something, like in the sun. Did not bring enough water or anything. Well, John had his Camelback on. I had like 2 things of water, and I was done with them before we even got to the quarry. I was choking that, sucking it down. Like Gatorade and water were gone.
Well, yeah, but believe it or not, by the time we got on that hay wagon ride, I was out of 2 liters of water.
Really?
Yeah, so
it didn't pee at all, like you sweat it all out.
Yeah, Fox RC said hot every day. I was there.
Yeah, so we ran into Bucks.
More information than we needed to know, Tony.
Right.
Oh
all
my
of
God,
the water
John.
we drank
You guys.
was going out our glands.
Hey John, what the heck are you using tonight? Your image
so
is
clear.
so clear.
I'm using my cell phone because my internet's been acting stupid.
Oh,
Yeah, you're actually really clear tonight, though.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm using my phone. I got my phone sitting here, and I got the chat working on the laptop in the background because, like I said, my video and audio was cutting out so terrible that it was not even worth it.
The image is so clear we can almost see the color of your eyes if it wasn't for the smoke you're smoking.
Right, guys, I'm talking about cable vision, right? I want to set up like a live video feed so I can do the builds and stuff in the basement on there. So I chase 100-foot of wire through, and I'm in the crawl space, and Chris from Highway 1 calls me, right? And I've got the phone. There's no light in the basement. I've got the phone in my mouth, and I can see it's Chris calling Highway 1. And I've got the light on from the iPhone in there. On the cable in the other hand, like, there's no way I am child-friendly language answering that right now. Like, how the hell are I like, some roughly leaning over to dexterous, can't talk right now. Just can't, literally, I'm about 2 foot of crawl space.
Oh, yeah.
Just cool.
That's true. A lot of people in the US, they don't even have a basement. You all have crawl spaces.
No, in New Jersey town, everybody has a basement. In New Jersey, I had about 1,200 square foot of basement.
Okay.
It's awesome, absolutely awesome. In there.
It all depends.
But in here in California, for obvious reasons, earthquake, etc., people don't have the basement on there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we got a reasonable size one, but it's split over about 3 levels. So
yeah, I have like 1,100 square feet basement. Just sits freaking completely empty. I should go down and build an indoor crawler course.
yeah, I've gone through once in my New Jersey one. 2 of those, Sean, like at 1,200 square foot, fully carpeted, like widescreen TV, surround sound speakers, superb basement, everything like that.
The only
and
thing.
Then that over here, it's like it's kind of split between 3 levels. Where you guys see that tractor spanner, I'm shooting that in the garage, and that's like 6 foot down from where I am now. And the house is 6 foot up from where I am now. So, it's like,
the only thing down in mine is my son's drums and my DJ equipment. The only thing is down in the basement. But, the podcast you done, Tony, was Big Squid. Was that at Axial or was that after?
That was after. He just called me and we just recorded it.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool podcast.
Thank you.
Tony, how good was it out there on the social distancing thing? Because I know I slammed you a bit on social media for it, but I was
They
a little
did
worried about
pretty good. Like
you know,
even their main
I was-
event.
I get a bit OTT, sorry guys, over this because so many people, you know, people like sit for distance. Oh, I'll reach and it right in front of you and grab that bag of pasta. Just ask me to.
Well, some of that does
No,
happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, the worst part would be like some of the lines, some of the
Yeah.
people would crowd in on you. But overall, once everything was going,
Yeah.
like even John, when we were like at the Horizon tent, like they had the tables set where the workers weren't super close to you, but also like people, well, the wagon ride too. So you're sitting by people on the wagon ride if it's cramped and you're trying to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was what, 6 or 8 of us on that wagon.
Yeah. When you rode it, it wasn't too bad. There was a day where it was like last ride and it was pretty crammed. But overall, like on the trails, you weren't really near anybody.
I didn't mean I probably slammed you a bit too much for that, Tony, but I was just thinking, God, for God's sake, like what are Axel thinking?
Well, they were
running this event under
right.
the current climate just seemed crazy to my man. I'm sorry I forgot about ARRMA trade that day, but I just thought it was crazy.
Indiana was stage 4 reopening, so masks aren't required there in Indiana.
Right, for everybody over here in the UK, for the first time, the masks were mandated. Oh, not on the 21st of April, as we were doing. They were mandated on the 27th of this month.
Yeah,
right?
we just
in UK, they've not been it's just been just crazy.
Yeah, but overall, like I said, I didn't hang out with that many people, and so whenever they did the fire event and whatever, everybody had their little groups. If you're with your family and they were in little pods of spread out, nobody was like on top of each other really there.
I mean, I just can't get this thing. It's like, why the hell anybody isn't doing everything they can to prevent themselves, their family from getting it? It's just beyond me.
Like I said, the only thing that people were kind of packed in was on the day that I was there, the Friday, was that judging contest of all the vehicles. It was a group of people pretty close and packed in pretty good there. But other than that, it was
well,
pretty,
that and the rock
good.
racing. The rock racing, you had to be inside of a bubble together, and I had my mask on for one of those.
Yeah, I've done that before with you're within a kind of a circle or a bubble and you got to stay there.
Well, this is what in UK you have got it where you can like collaborate within like a social bubble, but you have to stick within that. So you will decide what family you're going to be within a bubble within. And you can't change that. You can't move it, and well, you could do, but you know, it's up to you. But and that to kind of enforce the restrictions on that thing. Does that make sense? So.
Yeah, I stepped out of it. I got penalized.
Yeah, but Bucks RC World said he missed the car show or something.
The concourse, they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wish I'd have been up there. I think I could have won one of them.
Okay.
But,
I see Big Squid won the monster truck one, didn't he?
Yeah, that was Jeremy did. Yep.
Yeah.
How come you didn't?
Monster truck was cool.
Did have anything good there, Tony?
I did, but so here's the thing: like you're on the border of Illinois and Indiana, and depending on what cell phone sig tower your phone gets,
I heard
you're in a different time zone.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that in the podcast.
Half the time my phone was wrong, and my wife's like, "Where are you? It's dinner time." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's only 4:00." She's like, "It's 5:30 or whatever." Like, "No, it's 4:30." She's like, "It's 5:30."
Well, yeah, we had that
somehow jumped to Illinois time.
We had that twilight zone even when we were back in the Corps. You used to go, "Oh, it's only 3:30," and I'm like, "No, it's 4:30." You're like, "What?"
Yeah. I have that a constant battle with the UK when I run my house out in UK, and the agent looks after my house said, "I'll call you 9, Rich." Call me 8. You know, no, it's 10 o'clock. You're calling me. It's like, you know, like And there's some that they're calling me like, you know, 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, really? Who the hell's that? You know, like.
So what was it, Tony? Just because where it's situated, like the
Yeah, it's literally right on the border.
so you
Yeah,
just
we were what,
switch from
25
time to
miles,
time zone?
25, 30 miles from Champaign, I think.
Well, even parts of Indiana are in the central time zone and the other parts are in Eastern. So Gary, Indiana follows the Illinois. And so we weren't far down from Gary. And I don't know where that border is, but whatever was happening, our phones, I finally just went in and set mine to New York time.
Yeah.
Would not let it override because it kept missing stuff.
Yeah, that's weird. That would be Twilight Zone trippy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was interesting because everybody was like, "What time is it? What time is it?" Because everybody's phones were doing it.
Yeah. By the time I got up there, they were judging the concourse.
So you missed the judging concourse? You couldn't enter your truck because you missed it?
They were already judging, yeah. They
Okay.
already pulled up and judging.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Yeah, I've heard that a bit. Well, a couple of people I'm in touch with on the internet have been a bit crazy, like over the same thing. And you're like, well, you said you called me at 9, Rich, and it's now 8. And well, you know, that shifting one hour each way.
Well, and then they don't do daylight savings either. So there's just it's wonky.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Daylight savings is a joke anyway, but
yeah.
Yeah, when they had the everyday driver part of the concourse there, I would have loved to put the gravedigger in that because that thing was absolutely covered in mud.
Yeah.
It would have been such a joke. Everybody's cars all shined up, and here's mine all covered in mud. If we would have gotten there in time.
Yeah.
Daylight saving, Tony, unless you live in Iceland, and then you wouldn't know about how much you want to work for it.
Oh, daylight savings, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in some parts of I had a colleague who works in Iceland. I was like, you know, he said, "Oh, I'll get to bed at night, Rich." Yeah, we have 3 hours without daylight. You know, she's like,
yeah, you'd want to work it. It just doesn't work in our favor because
crazy.
to leave work and it's dark is just depressing.
Oh, he'd phone me up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what, Thomas? What are you phoning me for? And he go, "Well, I'm just phoning about something normal, like normal kind of." I'll keep my language clean, guys. Normal crap kind of stuff, and to him it was like, you know, mid-afternoon, and to me it was like 3 in the morning. And I just like, "What time are you talking about?" And he was like, "Oh, hang on, no, it's 3 a.m. in the morning," and it's just crazy because it's pure daylight. So, yeah.
Have you got that truck there, Froggy? Yeah. Froggy.
What's that?
I said, have you got that truck handy beside you?
Have I done what?
Have you got that truck beside you? That big rig beside you?
Do you have it close by?
Yeah, bring it over there. Do we see it?
Oh.
I've spent the past. Oh, that's nice.
That looks real good.
Yeah.
That thing is nice.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just got the wheels today.
Cool.
So.
You should
Yeah,
swing
look
by
at
their
those.
tank
Those are
and
nice.
make that disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did goof up a little bit when I was working on it. The body shifted a little bit and took one of the pieces off, the piece right to the side. But I was smart and bought extras.
They look good. They look good on it, like the extenders. And then does on the front wing, do them flares come with it, with the kit, or are they?
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all part of it.
Wow.
That's part of the kit.
With the
Wow.
lights and everything. The light turn signal with the turn signal on the front.
And are you going to put the fenders back at the back, or are you going to leave them off?
Yeah, I've got these wheels are actually, the way they're set up, it's a different offset. So it kicks them out a little bit. So I've got some spacers for the fenders to bring it out and adjust it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I like the paint job you done on that one.
Okay, excuse me for my lack of knowledge on here, guys, but do people race the RC versions of that truck you're holding right now in the US because
We
like
run
in Germany, racing the full size versions of those is like huge, and they have it on TV in the UK.
Yeah, they race a lot of the Scanias and stuff, the
Yeah,
flatbed Scanias and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
It's actually based on the TTO1 Tamiya chassis.
Yeah, the Tamiya smaller, they have a race truck.
Yeah,
John's
but
got
did-
one.
Right there.
you know what I mean, Sean. In terms of it's huge on the
Yeah,
European.
yeah,
scene.
but Tamiya
racing
there,
those.
John, see the
I
one,
just wonder if it's over here.
see the one John has.
Yeah,
The
oh,
Tamiya
yeah,
has a
yeah.
different one for racing.
Mine's right back there.
But it's not the same chassis and frame that what the other truck
No.
is.
It'd be
Yeah,
fun to race the other ones. They're 2-speed,
would-
right?
Yeah, it
So
would be.
3-speed.
Yeah, 3-speed.
3-speed.
Oh, that's not. Oh, I like
Would
that.
be interesting,
Love
yeah.
that. Love that Ben Green. Wow,
uh,
wow, that really pops. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got plenty of lane flake on it as well.
Yeah, when you just turn it. Oh, I can't do it. I'd say turn it to the left or the right, but you got it. Turn it the other way. Turn it the other way.
It's yellow on the front, right?
You can see the
Yeah.
front.
Left and down. Yeah, that's it. That's what I mean. Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
yellow on the front. Wow, wow, that's what I was
Nice.
after.
I
So
like
mine is the different style.
Sorry, it's different. It's
you,
difficult.
you
to
get the
say.
pointy front, Tony, have it?
The Gyra, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I had
so
that one
Tony's
also.
got the
Oh, that's
pointy
nice.
one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're great
Yeah, 'cause
fun.
in Europe, they race them a lot. Like
Oh yeah.
a lot of
John
That-
raced
that's
him.
what- that's
He did
what
an
I was meaning,
8-hour
guys.
race.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm meaning, guys. When Sean picked up on it, it's like the truck racing scene in Europe. But
Oh, I've
it's
been
just
watching
like
that stuff for
huge.
years.
It's just huge.
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
way
actual
bigger than
one,
yeah.
actual one
Yeah.
to ones of them though they race in Europe like a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
John went to a Toronto race and he actually had to race those truck for 8 hours straight.
888 laps, I think it was.
188
Whoa.
laps.
100
John has counted every effing one.
It was the first team. It was a team race, and his first team to complete 888 laps. It took 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a group up north that does that too.
It was great
They
fun.
do it-
I'd love to do that again once this all.
They
is
do it
all-
with the Euro trucks and the mini class, the MO5 and MO7s.
Yeah.
So
How many trucks were you allowed for that 800 laps, or it had to be the same truck?
It has to be the same truck. So you could, people literally broke their chassis in half, and then they had a whole nother kit there, and they would swap it out, but you couldn't have another prepared truck.
Done.
Oh, okay, so you
So
can't.
as long as it was the same body.
I used to do a lot of endurance go-karting racing, guys, and we did like 6-hour races, and on one of them, everybody was just like too shattered to carry on, and we're doing like 20-minute stints, and then yours truly had to do the last hour on his own. I had to take 3 days off work because my arms were just like Popeye, like just crazy. Still finished third though, so yeah.
Hey John, we're gonna have to do another one of those summer bashing session across my house there. When you came and raced against me, my son, and us three were racing against each other.
Or you want to break the GDR again?
And yeah, and we kicked me and my son.
I would
kicked
imagine
your
by
ass.
now it's all built up and finished, right? What is it? It's not still a construction zone.
No, it's still construction ground. There's a couple of house built, but there's still a lot of good spots to have fun and bash.
Okay.
Because me and my son kicked your ass last year, so we want to do it again.
oh, wow. He's calling you out on that one.
Ouch.
My poor trucks. My poor trucks got
Fighting words. It's pure. You broke his pure UDR last time.
Yeah, I've spent about 4.5 hours tonight fitting the new motor to my one Fiscal project. So
Oh, yeah.
my
just
friggin' X-Max is still in pieces from the last time I ran in your little bash pit. So that's part of it.
yeah. You want to get the front wheels attached on that, John? It works far better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works better.
Anybody want to see my one Fiscal car? Because it's just like I literally put about 4.5 hours of work just into fitting the motor.
Okay.
But it's about 3 foot long.
Okay, if you insist.
Back in about 10.
Yeah, there's a guy that's having an event. I think it's on the 8th I think it's on the 8th, not this weekend, but next weekend in Pembroke. And it's supposed to be a hill climb. So that one should be interesting. It would be fun to bring my Savage for the hill climb. I think that
Cool.
would be a good climber for the hill climb. And he says whoever makes it faster wins the pot. So it'd be cool. But I don't know if they enter it as a truck or they're only thinking of SCX10. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, the events here in Belgium are cancelled.
All canceled? Okay.
Yeah.
For
For me,
get-togethers? Yeah.
It's the biggest race of the Bago series, the Quebec Classic. It's over 4 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the big Quebec race. So I'll be doing that.
When? What date?
August 6th through 9.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Did you have any hassle, Tony, with any of the other rigs getting them in or out Axial Fest? No. I know you had the one you had to change the motor, but any of the rest of them to give you hassle? No.
No, they didn't. Even the custom one, because it was a hot racing, but it was basically a upgrade for the Wraith. You know, it couldn't be like completely different. It still had to be the same setup as a Wraith transmission. So the only thing that was actually axial still on that was the motor plate and like some of the the steering wheel and the wheels. But like the axles were Boom Racing versions of the AR60s and that,
Oh, yeah?
because they were still the same gearing and same platform, it still counted.
Let you go, let it fly.
So they let it go. But if you had like an Element RC transmission in your SCX10, that wouldn't float because it's a completely different setup.
Okay.
That's crazy. I know
It's not based on theirs. Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard you talking to Jeremy about that. Like, you'd think they would have let, if it's Horizon product, they would have let it go. Like, even, you know. But I guess it's an axial event, so.
Right. And it was mainly more down to gearing and axles and stuff like that and how they were, I think. I don't even know exactly what it was that would make or break. But like I know some people had some rails and stuff that were different, but I don't think that mattered because you could custom rail yours as long as you had the SCX10 transmission, axles in the main components, or like a hot racing version of the SCX10. You know, like to upgrade there, it was still okay.
Yeah.
I think this is why the no prep drag racing scene's been blown so wide open, because it's not kind of tied to any one manufacturer and it's very loose specs around the car, if that makes sense to anyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, all it is your body's got to cover the wheels, and you can do whatever you want to it as long as it's a slash-based vehicle.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I find weird with the rules. Slash base vehicle, it's got to be a frame or slash base, but there's so many aftermarket to actually change it. You could change it to a full aluminum frame. There's so many things you can do to it, but then it's not really a slash. It's just a slash.
We got people with carbon fiber chassis.
I was just going to say, or tank, you could kind of shortcut the process, not buy a Traxxas slash, and do what I've thought about doing with some of my vehicles on the higher powered ones. When I look at how much money I've spent, it would be better to like buy the stuff from the component parts upwards. So yours truly happened to pick up a carbon fiber slash for like about 190 bucks, full rolling chassis. Well, who needs the wheels? Because you're going to fit drag racing tires to it.
Yeah.
Electrics, everything on there. So that's, I'm working on that over the next couple of weeks. But this is my baby tonight.
It's huge.
Oh. And it is quite heavy.
And what is that? Rich? A rally car?
No, it's a 1/5 scale Rovan saloon car.
Wow.
Taking me about 4 hours to put the motor in.
Wow.
Wasn't that complex. It just didn't come with a lot of instructions. It's how to put the motor in there, and that's a 600 kV motor Banggood 300 amp ESC on the back, running on 12S.
Now, Roven, where are they out of? Where are they
Rowan, they're the same people that make the Raminator and stuff.
Yeah.
They're in New
Okay.
York here, like.
Ah,
Yeah, it's shit from New York, Sean. Yeah,
King
Yeah.
Motors, yep.
cool.
but it weighs about still weighs a lot, obviously lifting that up, but it weighs about a third less than the low C DBXLE does on there. But even just running it around on the side, scary as hell. And twin needs twin servos on it though. So
Yeah, because I know Redcat, they make the 1/5 rally car as well, don't they?
yeah.
Night, General Hobbies. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Good, General Hobby. Thanks
See
for
you,
stopping
man.
by.
Then I'll
Right.
have another one. Yeah, because Redcat make like the Red Bull body one or something, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do it both. They do it nitro and they do it gas and battery. They do
Yeah.
both.
I put tank. I put 2 cans of Ultimate Chrome into it so far tonight into the body, and it
Okay.
isn't even close to being done.
Wow.
Man, how big is that body?
Oh, I will show you my infraction one, which is done in the same chrome, and then the 1/5 one on that.
I think I've seen the infraction one before.
Yeah. That one looks good.
Now, the infraction, when it's full chrome and you're driving down the road, wouldn't that be kind of weird to or hard to spot as the farther it is?
You'd think so.
Depending on how the sun is, you can see it all the time from it blinding you.
Yeah.
Blind is it's going past you and then just completely lose it and hit a curve.
Yeah, because when it's driving away, it's as if you're holding a mirror, but you're driving the mirror away. It's the mirror gets smaller and smaller. It's weird.
Yeah. Could be a little disconcerting.
Yeah.
Okay, people, that is the infraction body. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
That's the Roven one.
Yep.
okay.
Put that kind of on. Oh, he says.
That's going to take a lot of chrome.
Yeah.
That's the kind of size difference on there.
You may definitely get more than tomato paint cans or that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing being, guys, it looks like it's a lot better done on camera than it is. But if you were to look at it close up, you can see straight through the body.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, when you flip it around like that, I did see through it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Later, G's Green. Have a good night.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, G,
So a bit of
Green.
work to do on that one. Where's that? That's looking like absolutely solid on the paint on there. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Hey, I'm losing weight shifting that thing around.
I guess you would, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of power system you going to put in the Raven?
It's got 600 kV Poseidon motor in there, which is good for approximately just under 7.8 brake horsepower on 12S.
12S.
Yeah. And I've got that 300 amp ESC from Banggood, which runs on 12S, and that's pretty bulletproof, seems to my mind. Anyway.
Crazy.
But yeah, a lot of TLC and a few bucks gone into that. But yeah.
Well, to me, the biggest problem when you're building bigger cars like that is paying for the electronics. Like everything goes up in price because the motor is way bigger, the ESCs are way bigger, which means they're way more expensive, and then you got to buy bigger batteries, and so the cost just goes up as the bigger car you go.
Yeah, well, a few help from friends along the way in terms of batteries and No, I bought the motor from the car, but a few people felt along the way with the radio, stuff like that. So,
Cool.
which is good. You know, you work your ass off for this stuff, and yeah, finally comes back a bit good anyway. So, yeah. But I do not expect to spend like 3.5 hours fitting up that motor.
All right, geez, Green, have a good night.
But yeah, I mean, it should pull like crazy. I mean, yeah.
Kevin Gibbs says, I would love to have a 12S mud truck. It would rooster for days.
Yeah, it would. That it would.
Yeah.
I've
just been using all this time to just build. I've got like, you know, like as many of us have time in our hands. I've just been using like, well, I might as well put the money I've got into like just building crazy stuff. I mean, I mean that Traxxas 4TAC is on 6S is just going to be stupid fast when I get the thing hooked up.
Yeah, it will be.
That is just absolutely bonkers. Even testing that around the yard, even that first like 6-8 foot run around the yard, you just know it's whether it's going to be good or not.
Anybody heard of anybody buying or getting those Snap-on old truck or on-road cars and all that? Anybody heard anybody getting some?
Well, Earl Moorhead, he got the
6x6?
No, the Chevy, the Corvette.
Yeah, Chris from Highway 1 RC. Do check them out on YouTube. Chris got the Snap-on Chevy body.
Okay.
If you look on their channel, they've got that on there. But they ran that on 6S, and I think immediately ran into problems with the thing. On a 4TAC, it's so much of it is about the body shape. If you pick the wrong body, it's going to bang, bang, bang. It's just going to flip over down the road. And I'm Snap-on may think it's a great body for it, but
well, it looks good, but if I don't think
it's probably not meant for high speed.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they actually made the chassis 2 inches longer than the 4TAC, and they actually tell you on it that if you break something, you can't buy spare parts.
Yeah, I saw that shown on Chris's thing, but they have this thing called the Traxxas Death Wobble on a 4TAC, and if you Google it on YouTube, people go along and they think, oh, they've got they fit like a 4S motor to the 4TAC. They're on the money on there, and it's hitting about 50 miles an hour, and they give it full throttle, and it turns hard right or left and smacks into the curb. Hence the Traxxas Death Wobble. You need to fit the GPM parts to, like, I mean, you saw that video of mine, guys, I did the other day. Full throttle, 4S, the thing just launches in a straight line.
Oh yeah.
You don't get that way without hard work on that, but just to do what they're doing was great.
It's just like
me just to come up with that 2 inches long body, and expect it to eliminate the problems. The problem is still at the rear end. It ain't going to change.
With my son, I use my Unicorn, HPI Unicorn here versus the Corvette, the Ferrari of my son, LaFerrari, and I wanted to drag race. Man, that's a mistake. Do not drag race with a HPI Unicorn. The body is so low to the ground, and it's so the body pressure in the front wheels are so bad. It's meant for drifting. It's not meant to go on the straight line, because as soon as you touch the steering just a little tiny bit to correct it, you're gone. You're gone. You're sliding. You're gone to the right or to the left.
I mean, I've got my 4TAC up on that drag racing. I was down at JJ Customs, and I'm racing guys on 8S, and I'm beating them over the line at the end of the run, and they're on like 8S, and they're only just gaining on me at the end of the strip, because I can launch on full throttle and just go straight as a die. So not necessarily on full throttle is it accelerating as quick, but I can at full throttle off the line.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
and it's good night, goodbye, you know, game over.
Yeah,
on
the
there.
well, are they 4x4 also, or are they two-wheel drive? On
Oh no, they're 4x4,
Okay.
like Typhoons,
so it's an
Talons,
open class. Okay,
stuff like that.
that's
Yeah.
what people
But
don't
I've just got
understand.
it. I've just got the thing hooked up. I've put loads of work into it.
The
And it
more power
just-
you put on your car for drag racing, the
Yeah.
more grip you need, because you're just
Yeah.
going to sit there and spin your wheel. You got to need to transfer that rotation and that weight and that power back to the ground. If you don't transfer that, you're just wasting power.
But I mean, in mine, I like it. And its best form runs with that Aston Martin body on there, where I can fit the 45mm foams under there. On that, and it's just like nobody can move me on that. Just forget it. I'm just gone. Then forget it. You know,
Okay.
on there. But from a speed run point of view, that Aston Martin hits about 80 miles an hour, and the front gets light, even with like a 4S battery in there. The front's getting light and wants to pull over and like flip over. On there.
Yeah, BI Mustang body. That's good for just goofing around or VTA racing where it's like a 25.5 motor in it. Where
Okay.
it's not going stupid fast. But anything more than like say 10 turn motor or up, yeah, won't stay on the ground at all.
Crazy. We lost John for a while. He's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
Must have lost connection or something with it.
Well, he
Right, good
muted his
call.
mic and turned off his video.
Yeah.
Hey, John, we're going to say goodbye to everybody. You got to get back here and say goodbye to everybody. It's 11:30.
Where does time go?
Oh, there he is.
Go
I was
fast.
working, I was just being noisy in the background, working on some other stuff, so I muted myself.
Is that the red cat camo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice looking rig though, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, I mean, it's again good value for money, I guess, for what it is.
Yeah.
You have not run this for
Basically,
much.
a little bomber. It's brushless little bomber, I guess.
Looks like you haven't run that thing at all.
Oh, it's. I mean, you run it in the snow and it doesn't look dirty.
Yeah, true.
So that's why I finally just took all the paddle tires off because that's last I used it was in the snow.
Okay, so you haven't used it outside yet.
Not this year.
Cool. Oh, you can come and try it across my house there in a construction yard. There's a lot of places you can play with the sun, with the sand.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, it looks like a good little truck.
Mhm.
Cool. So let's start with you, John, and say goodbye to everybody.
All right. Thanks for the invite. Good seeing everyone. And yeah, take care.
Thank you very much. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. John Martin.
Thanks for inviting me. It was good talking to you guys, and keep your batteries charged and have fun and go break something this weekend.
True. RCVHX, Xavier.
Thanks for the invite, and bye to everyone, and have fun and be safe.
Cool. Tony from CCXRC.
Yeah, thanks, Tank, for having us all, and everybody in the chat for hanging out. And it's been a really fun night.
Cool. Thank you very much for jumping in. I appreciate it. Sean's RC Adventure.
Everybody, thanks for taking the time to stop by and spend your time in the chat with us. And thanks very much for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kevin Gibbs and Sean's RC Adventure and 11 Charlie and Big BRC and AZ Froggy. Your turn.
Well, thanks for having me, Frank. Everyone stay safe out there with all the craziness going on and go have some fun.
Cool. And Richie Allen, it's your turn. Go ahead. It's your 2 minutes. Go. Or I'll present you. There. Let's all listen to what he's got to say. Really?
That's a quiet
Really?
that's a quiet as I've heard them all night.
Really? You're going to what? Oh, really? You're going to do that? Oh, cool. Well, thank you very much for popping in, Richard. I really appreciate it. It's great to have you again, and hope to see you on the next one. There we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for popping in. I did get all my haircut today. It's a nice little haircut, nice and it is not a COVID-19 haircut. I did go to the barber shop today, but they did not want to trim the beard. I wonder why, but it was under the mask. He said, whatever's under the mask, we can't touch. So
Right.
I'm going to have to shave and trim my own beard.
Did they make you hold it while you took off the one ear? And they
No,
trimmed
she
around
actually just pulled on it. She pulled on it, held one hand, and then used a trimmer
boy.
around, and she put it back. So I was gonna hold it, but anyways. So thanks, guys. Go have fun with your RCs. Charge up your batteries and go break something, because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having fun. So go have fun, and thanks for showing up.